Hi, hello. It's Kelly BL Chef. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We watch a lot of BL, GL, and sometimes music here. And today I'm joined by, I'm going to do it the right way, Anwi and Yoshi. And we are on episode 10 of The Next Prince. Okay. I'm very excited. I can't remember where we left off. I don't think that matters. The recap will tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. My footrest keeps getting away from me. That flute's killing
เรื่อง
me.
ที่เขาบอกกันเรื่องเหมืองนี่เรื่องจริงใช่ไหมมีคนตายเพราะอาสวะเทวาทินจริงๆเหรอก
ระหม่อมได้รับคำสั่งจากองค์เจ้ามหาชีวิต
มันคงคิดว่ามีอำนาจล้นมือจะทำอะไรก็ได้
หลานอยากไปศึกษาเรื่องการทำเหมืองที่อาสวะเทวาทิน
Oh, the mines.
กูไม่อยากเห็น
And
หน้า
the
เจ้า
big
แล้วต่อ
showdown
พอจะกลับ
fight.
อัศวเทวาทิตแล้วเลขไม่นานก็จะมีงานใหญ่นะ
งั้นครั้งเนี้ยเราไปสร้างความทรงจำใหม่ๆที่นั่นด้วยกันนะ
คุณเป็นใครมาช่วยผมไว้ทำไม
ผมเวทิตครับ
Oh, yeah, and Dad's back.
เพื่อนชลัน
Ooh, there's a lot.
You
that
know what I
happened.
found? Oh.
Oh.
It's not happening yet.
Hold up. What's going on? I was getting ready to skip.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna
ข้อ
do
ดีใจที่ลูกมา
opening.
Me too.
อ๋อ
อัศว
he's
เทวาทินยินดีต้อนรับนะลูก
Yay.
Birth
ลู
Dad's
กก็ดีใจที่ได้มา
village.
เช่นกันด้วยครับ
นี่เดินทางมาคงจะเหนื่อยและหิวกันแล้ว ไปที่ห้องอาหารกันเถอะ
นี่ค่ะ
มานั่งด้วยกันสิชลัน
Oh. He's inviting him to the table.
Oh, interesting.
That's it. Yeah,
Hell,
that's
you were smooth with that.
interesting.
You said, oh.
It came up out of nowhere. I wasn't ready. I think
Oh,
God
that's
had to
making me
drink that sip
hungry.
of water, or it would have been a whole.
ทานเยอะๆนะลูก ต้องการอะไรเพิ่มเติมเนี่ยบอกพ่อได้
นี่ค่ะ
ต่อเลย
Why are you making that face?
ทำไม
Tasting.
สปาเกตตี้นี้เหมือน
ถ้าทนายเคยสอนให้พ่อท
Is it what his daddy used to make him?
นี่เสด็จพ่อทำเองเลยหรือเปล่าค่ะ
ำพ่อคิดว่าถ้าทำรสชาติที่ลูกคุ้นเคย ลูกจะสบายใจ
So sweet.
That's really sweet.
It
ขอบพระ
really
ทัย
is.
พระยาค่ะเสด็จพ่อ
It's going to make it more complicated when other dad comes back.
My two dads. They could just be the leading
Yeah.
couple.
นี่เป็นครั้งแรกที่ลูกมาเยือนเมืองอสวเทวาทิน ต่อไปลูกต้องมาปกครองที่นี่
He's like, great. He really is not interested in that. You
He's
ruined the
hungry.
vibe, Dad.
ถ้าลูกมีเรื่องอยากถาม จะเป็นการรบกวนเสด็จพ่อหรือไม่พระยาค่ะ
You better ask about the
Why
mines
is it-
already.
เมื่อไม่นานมานี้มีข่าวเรื่องเด็กผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งที่ขโมยทองจากเหมืองไปขาย แต่ที่ทำไปก็เพราะอยากจะนำเงินไปรักษาแม่ที่ป่วย เสด็จพ่อได้เห็นข่าวนี้บ้างหรือไม่พะยะค่ะ
Oh, man.
พ่อได้เห็นข่าวนั้นแล้ว
Oh, I want to try and use the inhaler. It's over there.
เรื่องมลพิษที่ทำให้คนงานในเหมืองป่วยนี่เป็นเรื่องจริงหรือไม่พะยะค่ะ
เรื่องนั้นเนี่ยพ่อก็กำลังหาคำตอบอยู่แต่ลูกไม่ต้องห่วงนะ ปล่อยให้พ่อจัดการเองเถอะ
No.
และส่วนวันนี้เนี่ย
I feel like you would have taken care of that by now.
ลูกก็
Right?
ไปเที่ยวงานแห่โคมไฟของเมืองอัศวเทวาทินให้สบายใจ
I feel like he wants to, but grandfather won't let him probably.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
don't wear your pretty little hat. Go look at the lanterns. Look at his
What were you
face.
about to say,
That was no-
Yoshi?
He seems like he's kind of he has a good
Good heart.
yeah, but
Yeah.
no spine.
Right, exactly.
He's got a good
There was
heart but
something-
no spine.
it's fine. I was gonna say something, but it's
Well, with a
fine.
dad like that, shoot.
Yeah, with a dad like the way his dad is, I feel like you either go one of two ways. You become another version of him, or you are just like spineless. Like you either rebel against that
He was
or
laid up on him. They were all cuddled up in that back seat.
They really were.
that's so pretty.
Yeah, I like the lanterns. They're very Moonlight Chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we freak out over the lanterns and Moonlight Chicken all the time. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
ขบวนแห่จะเริ่มมากี่โมงล่ะครับ
น่าจะอีกครึ่งชั่วโมง
ทำไมเขาต้องแห่โคมไฟด้วยล่ะพี่นัน
เพราะว่าคนสมัยก่อนทำงานในเมืองเป็นหลัก เลิกงานก็ค่ำบางทีก็ถึงเช้า ทางกลับบ้านก็คงเปลี่ยวทำให้ชาวบ้านบางคนกลัวในสิ่งที่มองไม่เห็น แต่ยังดีที่มีแสงของดวงดาวนำทาง ชาวบ้านเลยให้โคมไฟเป็นสัญลักษณ์แทนการขอบคุณแสงสว่างของดวงดาว และเป็นการขอพรให้การขุดเหมืองประสบความสำเร็จ
ก็เลยเป็นประเพณีที่สืบทอดต่อกันมาใช่ไหม
So this whole event is about the history of mining. I'm sure that nothing political is going to happen here.
มินถามอะไรพี่นันก็ตอบได้หมด
It's all about the pretty
ถ้าเป็น
lantern.
เรื่องที่พี่ไม่ถนัดพี่ก็คงตอบคำถามนี้ไม่ได้
แปลว่าคงไม่มีอะไรที่พี่รันตอบมินไว้ได้ เพราะพี่ถนัดทุกอย่างเลย
Oh man, why did my coughing start right when we started recording? I was fine.
เราไปซื้อกันสักอันไหมชาครี
Warm in here.
ไปซื้อโคมไฟกัน
What you eating?
เนี่ยค่ะ
Munching on something. Ooh.
You can't do that, bro.
ได้เวลาอังดื้อคัมแบ็กแล้ว
He's so flustered.
ไม่จับก็ได้
He's like, you cannot do that here.
อุ๊ยท่านชายคณิน
ผมเอาอันหนึ่งครับ
อ๋อได้ค่ะ
ครับนี่ครับ
ขอบคุณนะหนุ่มปีนี้ขายไม่ค่อยดีเลยอ่ะคนมาเที่ยวน้อยเขาบอกว่าเป็นเพราะว่ามีข่าวเรื่องฝุ่นเหมืองน่ะ คนก็เลยไม่กล้ามาเที่ยวกัน
There it is.
กลัวจะเจ็บป่วย
His head said, whoop, on the swivel.
เพราะว่าฝุ่นมันก็เยอะจริงๆนั่นแหละ ในเมืองเนี่ยอากาศก็ไม่ค่อยดีเลยพ่อหนุ่มโทษทีนะครับป้าก็พูดไปเรื่อยตามภาษาคนแก่น่ะเที่ยวให้สนุกนะหนุ่มเที่ยวให้สนุกนะเพคะท่านชาย
She said, "Let me just say my piece real quick."
Wait, or other dad. He just bringing him out in the open like this? This doesn't seem smart.
Maybe you want them to see how.
Bestie, why wouldn't you find a hidden location? Oh, look at his face. Oh, other dad.
I'm not gonna make it through this episode.
Gonna make you cry?
Yeah, my emotions are very high this week.
Yeah, understandable. I'm coming out of the other side.
Does he see him?
Oh no!
เป็นอะไรหรือเปล่าคณินเห็นแล้วนะ
ครับ
Yeah, because you stood in half down.
You wreathed yourself in lanterns and stared right at him. What did you expect to happen?
In the
พี่รันปล่อย
middle.
นินจะไปดูว่าใช่พ่อจริงๆหรือเปล่า
ตรงนี้คนเยอะมากอาจจะไม่ใช่ก็ได้
ก็ถ้าไม่ใช่จะได้รู้ไง ปล่อยนิน
And why did you call Sharon, like get him ready, like find a meeting spot.
ขอโทษนะครับ ขอโทษนะครับ
อย่าจัดงานบังหน้าละเลยปัญหาเรื่องอากาศอย่าจัดงานบังหน้า
Oh wow!
อย่าจัดงานบังหน้าละเลยปัญหา
Not that that lady was like, he's here. Like, I prepped him. Let's go. I would go.
Why his daddy let him go out there? It's obviously advertised.
Oh, hey.
Oh. And there's Calvin behind him.
Oh, wow, they're showing the dust now. Oh, no. Now you get military. They really are.
And his daddy.
And his dad's
those
there.
who don't understand, I'm going to give it to Mandee. This is like a very fairy tale version of what.
Can you pause it for a second? Can you pause for a second?
Sorry. It's not me. Don't get me wrong. I know this is not me, but the same way that Not Me highlighted the political unrest and really kind of tried to mimic what was happening. Like if people don't understand a lot of the political unrest that has gone on in Thailand and may very well be kicking back up again, just because I've been noticing stuff in the news, like that is what they're doing with this scene. And bringing in like those military like forces and the protesters, like that has gone on for quite a long time, specifically leading up to like some of these newer laws like marriage equality and stuff like that. And some of your favorite actors have been part of that fight. You just don't know it. All right. From all the companies, I'm just going to say it. Not just one, all of them. Okay. Do I need to go rewind? Sorry, I did get really chatty.
No.
It was just them like.
Oh, look who's behind him.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
I missed. Yeah, I didn't hear you say that.
Not playing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, Dad is like. Oh.
เรามาเพื่อรับฟังปัญหาและข้อเรียกร้องทุกอย่างพวกเราเรียกร้องสิทธิ์กันมานานแค่ไหน
That's
ถ้า
what I'm
บอกว่าไม่รู้
saying.
เรื่องที่พวกเราต้องตายกันเลยเหรอพี่ยะค่ะ
Facts on facts. What to do, Jay? Woo!
I mean, his sister is sick. Did his daddy die too from it?
I think so.
Hard to see the road ahead through the
It's very
quiet
Newsies. If you ever
train.
watch Newsies.
The mist is thick, the sky is dark with a fading breath. Keep your eyes open
เราส่งคนมาตรวจสอบแล้ว
every zone
แต่ยังไม่มีความคืบหน้า
breathe down, walk
ไอ้พวกนี้แค่ตัวอยู่บนความทุกข์ของคนอื่น
Maybe they never die a peaceful death.
Yeah. Damn.
Things took a turn. Ooh, Sharon, do your job. You better get him out of there.
เล่าให้เราฟังว่าสาเหตุเกิดจากอะไรอำนาจล้นฟ้าจัดการไม่ได้ก็ออกไป
So Calvin, you just up in it.
เฮ้ยอย่ามาขวางทางกันสิวะขบวนแห่โคมไฟเขากำลังจะมาลุงไม่เห็นปัญหาเลยวะดีแต่เรียกร้องความสนใจออกไปก่อนไปอ่ะ
Oh, interesting.
ออกมา
Oh, damn, they're in the midst of all of it.
Yeah.
And now you got your generational unrest. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
the people who are being harmed, they turn a blind eye to it.
Well, they said you respect tradition. Like, don't do it here, don't do it now.
Right, yeah.
This is there's a time and place, people.
แต่ตอนนี้นินจะไปช่วยประชาชน
And like the woman who It's hurting her business, you know.
มันจะโอเคชื่อ
Yeah, her business gonna really be hurt when everybody's dead.
Hey, Lu.
But you know what I mean.
No, I totally know. But I'm saying that's how people don't see beyond things.
Yes.
กัญชัย
Oh, wow, they calmed down for him?
Mm-hmm.
Calvin
Oh, Calvin said.
said
เราเห็นปัญหาแล้ว
no.
ตอนนี้เราคิดว่าในภาวะฉุกเฉินแบบนี้คงต้องแก้ไขปัญหาเฉพาะหน้าไปก่อนเราจะส่งหน้ากาก N95 และเครื่องฟอกอากาศให้กับคนในเหมืองและหลังจากนั้นเราจะคอยเฝ้าติดตามสถานการณ์และจัดการปัญหามลภาวะเราจะหาทางช่วยให้ได้ว่าจะลดค่าฝุ่นอย่างไรได้บ้างเราขอร้องช่วยหลีกทางขบวนแห่โคมไฟได้ไหม
That's probably
เรา
the
จะช่วย
first
พวกคุณ
time
จ
we
ริง
would talk to them.
ๆเราสัญญา
แล้วพวกเราจะเชื่อใจท่านได้ยังไง
จริงด้วยแล้วพวกเราจะเชื่อได้ยังไงว่าที่ท่านทำไม่ใช่เพื่อสร้างภาพ
เชื่อใจเราจะช่วยทุกฝ่ายสิ่งที่พวกคุณเรียกร้องมันสำคัญเราสัญญาว่าเราจะช่วยแก้ไขแต่การแห่โคมไฟในปัจจุบันไม่ได้ส่งผลต่อมลพิษและตอนนี้คนที่เขามาแห่ก็มีประเพณีที่ต้องรักษาเพราะฉะนั้นช่วยหลีกทางให้พวกเขาหน่อยนะครับ
Keep your eyes open wide.
Right, Jay got a song.
Every soul deserves to breathe. Don't walk away from silent cry.
Oh, that's new now.
Longs to leave.
I was like, Jay sounds different. Calvin, he hasn't told him yet.
Whispers in the mist, always echo, never quit. We rise inside the mist. They don't see, but we persist. Whispers in the mist, always echo, never quit. Even shadows can resist. Hear whispers in the mist.
เมื่อคืนนี้ค่ะเกิดเหตุการณ์ไม่สงบนะคะที่จัตุรัสเมืองอัศวเทวาทินค่ะมีกลุ่มผู้ประท้วงนะคะขอความเป็นธรรมเรื่องสิ่งแวดล้อมค่ะเข้ามาดักหน้า
How's Grandpa gonna deal with that?
He is not gonna like this at all.
Situation though.
ผู้บาดเจ็บเล็กน้อยกว่า20 รายค่ะและเหตุการณ์ครั้งนี้นะคะ
That's worse for Grandpa though.
ทายาทของตระกูลอัศวเทวาทิน
Because now he's got people on his side.
มีกระแสวิพากษ์วิจารณ์กันนะคะว่าท่านชายคณินค่ะคือสัญลักษณ์แห่งความเปลี่ยนแปลง
Yeah, exactly. Before he was just this new toy from out of town. He was the talk of the town. You know, nothing like. Now he's got like actual people. He's trying to affect change. He's got an agenda.
Grandpa's just trying to keep control.
Mm-hmm.
It shows you, Grandpa, you can't control the game the way you think you can. They're not puzzle
เส
people.
ด็จพ่อเลยต้องกลับมากับลูกด้วยเลย
เพราะความปลอดภัยของลูกเป็นสิ่งที่สำคัญที่สุด
The whole singing thing messed me up.
เข้าใจเรื่องปัญหา
Oh
ที่เหมือน
no.
พ่อเองก็จัดการเรื่องนี้อยู่ แต่สุดท้ายแล้วพ่อก็ไม่ได้มีอำนาจอย่างที่เคยคิดว่ามีก็อยากปรึกษาเรื่องเหมือนกับเสด็จพ่อ
ขออภัยฝ่าบาทกระหม่อมคิดว่ารอให้เจ้ามหาชีวิตแข็งแรงก่อนจะดีกว่าพะยะค่ะ
พ่อถูกปิดหูปิดตามาทั้งชีวิต
เราเองก็อยากจะพักสักหน่อย
เชื่อทุกคำที่เสด็จปู่พูด โดยไม่เคยมองความจริงเลย
ถ้าไม่อยากเห็นเอมารีต้องเผชิญวิกฤตเศรษฐกิจทำตามที่เราบอก
พ่อไม่เคยจัดการอะไรด้วยตัวเอง ปัญหาจึงได้ลุกลามมาจนถึงวันนี้
อำนาจล้นฟ้า
That he's the reason for it.
คุณพ่ออยากจะเปลี่ยนแปลงแค่ไหนแต่ในวันนี้อำนาจทั้งหมดได้อยู่ในมือเสด็จปู่
So he's like, it's not me, man. Sure, your granddad.
หลายๆอย่างอาจจะไม่ราบรื่นอย่างที่เราคิดไว้ก็ได้
Oh, he sees the fight in
แสดงว่า
him
ถ้า
and
เสด็จพ่อมี
him.
อำนาจมากกว่านี้ เรื่องทุกอย่างมันจะง่ายแล้วก็รวดเร็วขึ้นใช่ไหมพี่คะ
ถ้าลูกอยากเปลี่ยนแปลงเอมิลีการตั้งใจแข่งชนะก็เป็นอีกหนทางหนึ่งที่จะช่วยประเทศนี้ได้
Ooh, put me in power.
Isn't that what we were talking about last week?
Yeah.
Take some
ลูกจะตั้ง
time.
ใจเอาชนะการแข่งครั้งนี้ให้ได้เสด็จ
Ooh, I
พ่อ
love that transition musically. That was good.
หลานไม่ควรทำอย่าง
หลานเพียงช่วยแบ่งเบางานของเสด็จปู่เหตุใดจึงไม่ควรพี่ค่ะ
ปู่จะจัดการเองหลานไม่ควรเข้าไป
Clearly
เกี่
you
ยวข้อง
do.
หน้าที่ของหลานมีอยู่อย่างเดียวคือเตรียมการแข่งขันเท่านั้นเอง
พี่ค่ะ หลานจะเอาชนะการแข่งให้ได้
Obsessed with the violins right now. Gotta focus.
จะได้มีอำนาจสร้างความเปลี่ยนแปลงสักที หากเสด็จปู่ไม่คิดจะทำอะไรเลย หลานจะรอวันที่หลานขึ้นมาทำแทนเองพี่ค่ะ
พูดนะมันพูดนะ
Nah.
รู้วิธีแก้ปัญหา คิดว่าทำตามคนงานแล้วจบเหรอการเปลี่ยนแปลงนั้นมันต้องใช้เวลา
การเปลี่ยนแปลงต้องใช้ความกล้าและความตั้งใจจริงต่างหากพี่ค่ะ ถ้ามัวแต่รอให้รู้ทุกเรื่องก็ไม่ต้องลงมือทำอะไรกันพอดี หากไม่มีอะไรแล้ว หลานทูลลา
Oh my god, I love that scene so much.
That was great. But I feel like Grandpa's turnaround is gonna be real. Grandpa doesn't have a problem
ตอน
killing.
นี้พวกทหารเริ่มออกตามหาคุณแล้วนะครับ
I think those mamas are gone because of Grandpa.
Because women
ผม
have
คงต้องระวังตัวให้มากกว่านี้
and only just accept.
คุณคิดว่า
They would have
ท่าน
protected
ชาย
their
คณิน
children.
เห็นคุณหรือเปล่า
เห็น
Yeah, he saw you because you guys were in the middle of the street.
แล้วคุณจะเอาไงต่อครับ
What was the point of bringing him back? Like, what were they gonna do? Just make sure he's safe?
I think he just wanted to
Yeah, because he was being a little crazy being out there.
Yeah.
ไม่อยากให้เขาต้องมาเสียสมาธิเรื่องผม คุณนี่
You are
คนดีจริงๆเลยนะครับ
Aww.
ช่วยชีวิตหลานของเจ้ามหาชีวิตไว้ให้แท้แต่ต้องโดนสั่งให้ซ่อนตัวทำเหมือนคนที่ตายไปแล้ว คือแบบนี้มันกะเอาให้ตายกันจริงๆแน่ ผมเข้าใจเหตุผลของเจ้ามหาชีวิตนะ
Huh? He's
คณิน
loyal.
ต้องปรับตัวเข้ากับเอมิลีแล้วก็ต้องเข้าแข่งขัน ผมไม่อยากให้มาเสียสมาธิเรื่องผม คนนี้คุณนี่
He ain't losing focus now.
คือเข้าใจไปหมดซะทุกอย่างเลยอะแต่ว่าถ้าเป็นผมนะ ผมแชร์ไปแล้ว
He could easily.
คุณเคยตกปลาไหมถ้าปลามันตัวใหญ่กับแรงเบ็ดคุณจะดึงมันขึ้นมาได้ไหม
Ooh.
หรือมันจะกระชากคุณลงไปในน้ำผมไม่ยอมแพ้ง่ายๆหรอกครับ
He
ถ้า
said
จำ
that
เป็น
fish
จริ
ain't
ง
gonna drag him
ให้
out.
ตายยังไง ผมก็จะดึงมันขึ้นมาให้ได้เลย แล้วถ้ามันเป็นปลาที่ใหญ่ที่สุดในทะเลอะใหญ่จนมันกินปลาตัวเล็ก ตัวไหนเมื่อไหร่ก็ได้ทุกตัว
You gotta do what you gotta do.
คุณจะเอาชนะมันได้แล้ว ก็ถ้าปลาเล็กทุกตัวร่วมมือกันนะครับ ไม่ยอมให้มันกิน ต่อให้มันตัวใหญ่แค่ไหนก็ตาม สักวันมันก็อยู่ไม่ได้หรอกครับ
I was like, y'all ain't, he ain't black. He don't understand. I listened to him. I'm like, what? Big fish. What? We handle bigger fish. What? Going.
Gang, gang.
ก็คงจะรู้แล้วว่าท่านทนายมาที่เอมิลี
I don't know what that was. That's me trying to fight the cries.
แต่ทัดนายหนีไปได้ปู่ต้องสั่งเจ้าใช่ไหมถึงจะไม่เข้าไปยุ่งเกี่ยวกับเรื่องของทัดนาย
You gonna try this again? I don't think. Are you gonna
กระ
listen?
หม่อม
to
เกรงว่า
Yeah.
กระหม่อมคงปกปิดเรื่องคุณทัดนายจากท่านชายไม่ได้ แต่กระหม่อมสัญญา ท่านชายคณินจะได้เจอคุณทัดนายในเวลาที่เหมาะสมพะยะค่ะ
Are you still loyal?
ที่ผ่านมาปู่ยอมเจ้ามาโดยตลอดไม่เคยถือโทษโกรธเลยเพราะว่าเจ้าเป็นหลานแต่ครั้งนี้ในนามของเจ้ามหาชีวิตข้าขอสั่งให้เจ้าเลิกยุ่งเกี่ยวกับเรื่องของทัดนายเด็ดขาด
What's she gonna do though?
I mean, he could kill him.
Yeah.
Kill everybody else.
This is actually the analogy that the dad gave. Like that's the choice he has to make right now. My brain, I was like, "Nuck if you fuck." You got to go, man. But really, you gotta like come with that energy, right? Like, okay, do it. I did not have
like Khanin did.
Yeah, I seem to not have good self-preservation when put in those situations. I'm like, and what?
Yeah, no, I would get murdered so fast.
Now I got mama in me, and
oh Lord, you have me flashbacks to some of the things mama's done.
When I get like that, or when I was dancing and I would get like that, they would say I was turning into mama. Like, oh.
ทำไมพี่ไม่บอกนินว่าเจอพ่อแล้ว
Oh, I told you it was going to come back against me. Did you see what he said?
No, I missed it.
I'll go back. Or, well, he said, why didn't you tell me my...
เสด็จปู่ใช่ไหม นินรู้ว่าถ้านินอยากเจอพ่อตอนนี้อาจจะทำให้เขาไม่ปลอดภัย
It just would have been nice to know he was okay and not
พี่ช่วย
dead.
บอกให้นินสบายใจหน่อยได้ไหมว่าพ่อยังสบายดีอยู่
You should trust him to handle it. Oof, this is gonna be a problem.
เวทีช่วยดูแลทัดนายอยู่ นินสบายใจได้เลย
You made the choice.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is loyal to Khanin first.
Yeah.
At this point.
Grandpa's big power at this point. Yeah, he made his choice very clearly.
ขอบคุณนะครับ
Yay.
นินเชื่อใจพี่รันนะ
This is the cutest moment at the moment.
Yeah.
That made me want to cry.
การแข่งขันครั้งนี้จะเริ่มจากการแข่งขันทดสอบไหวพริบทางคณะกรรมการกลางขององค์เจ้ามหาชีวิตจะเป็นผู้จัดเตรียมโจทย์และส่งให้กับผู้ร่วมการแข่งขันก่อน1 วันพะยะค่ะส่วนการแข่งขันลำดับที่2คือการแข่งขันยิงธนู
I didn't really have a good sense of the time frame prior to.
ขอประธานอนุญาตฝ่าบาทกระหม่อมขอเสนอให้จัดการแข่งขันตามราชประเพณีเดิมให้ผู้เข้าแข่งขันแข่งกันในป่าโดยใช้เทคโนโลยีของทวิตเมทาทำเป้าแล้วเชื่อมต่อให้เมื่อยิงเข้าเป้าคะแนนจะไปปรากฏขึ้นที่คณะกรรมการทันทีพะยะค่ะ
กระหม่อมเห็นด้วยนะพะยะค่ะน่าจะทำให้การแข่งขันดูสนุกยิ่งขึ้น
ในเมื่อครั้งนี้เจ้าชายวสินทร์ไม่มีทายาทกระหม่อมเห็นว่าควรจะให้เจ้าชายวสินทร์จัดการเรื่องสนามแข่งที่มีนานครินทร์เพื่อความยุติธรรมด้วยพะยะค่ะ
Oh, so
I don't feel like they all got together.
และการแข่งขันลำดับสุดท้ายคือการแข่งขันฟันดาบทายาทที่ได้รับการตัดสินเป็นผู้ชนะจะส่งผลให้พระบิดาขึ้นครองราชย์ในลำดับต่อไป
พักสักหน่อยไหมพี่คะท่านหญิงแค่นี้สบายมากไปต่อกันเถอะ
They're gonna focus more on their story today, you think?
I hope so.
ตารางซ้อมต่อไปของท่านหญิงคือยิงธนูเชิญทางนี้พี่คะ
I'm curious how the Mandee handles GL because they've never done it before. I don't want a main situation.
เสด็จพ่อมีเรื่องอะไรหรอพี่คะ
พ่อรู้รายละเอียดของการแข่งขันมาชัดเจนแล้วเอาเป็นว่าพ่อได้หาโค้ชที่เหมาะสมไว้ให้ลูกแล้วพรุ่งนี้ลูกซ้อมกับโค้ชใหม่ได้เลย
เกิดอะไรขึ้นหรอพี่คะ
ไม่ต้องถามให้มันมากเรื่องได้ไหม
No, I'm gonna ask that question.
ทำไมต้องเปลี่ยนนิวโค้ชคะ
มิราอาจจะเป็นคนที่ช่วยฝึกซ้อมได้ดีแต่มิราเองก็ไม่ได้เก่งและรอบรู้ไปซะทุกเรื่องการที่เรามีโค้ชที่ดีเนี่ยจะช่วยให้ทวิตเมธาของเราได้รับชัยชนะพ่อหาสิ่งที่ดีที่สุดไว้ให้ลูกแล้ว
ไม่จริงเพราะมิลาเป็นผู้หญิงใช่ไหมพี่คะ
Yeah, their dads are a bunch of haters, all of them.
นี่ถ้าสองตระกูลเขารู้ว่าคนฝึกสอนลูกนี่เป็นผู้หญิงอ่ะเขาไม่ยิ่งเยาะเย้ยและดูถูกเราเหรอ
ลูกมี2 choice ให้เสด็จพ่อ
Where people talk about the fact that
ให้ลูกซ้อมต่อกับมิลาหรือ2ให้ลูกถอนตัวจากการแข่งในครั้งนี้
Damn she don't play
ถ้าเสด็จพ่อไม่มีอะไรแล้วหญิงขอตัวไปซ้อม
Which lets you know she might win because she's so hardcore
ตามเรามา
She said, "Girl, I got you."
And her daddy does not know how to go up against her. He just accepts it in the end.
Yeah, that's my only issue with her winning is I don't want him on the throne.
True, he doesn't have much of a backbone either. Well, neither does Khanin's dad. And we definitely don't want Ramil's dad on the throne.
ดูเหมือนท่านจะมีเรื่องไม่สบายใจอยู่
Yeah.
เกี่ยวกับหลานเอวาอย่างนั้นเหรอ
And they're on the same page about the way they want to rule.
True. Yeah.
เราจนปัญญากับเรื่องนี้แล้ว
ถ้าไม่เป็นการละลาบละล้วงจนเกินไปขอถามได้ไหมว่ามันเกิดอะไรขึ้น
ลำพังเรามีทายาทเป็นผู้หญิงมันก็ลำบากใจอยู่แล้วนี่ยังมีโค้ชเป็นผู้หญิงอีกเราเกรงว่าถ้าใครรู้เข้าอาจจะดูถูกเอาได้ว่าไม่เหมาะสม
ถ้าอย่างนั้นท่านก็อย่าเพิ่งหนักใจไปเลยเจ้าชายชนะการมีโค้ชเป็นผู้หญิงเนี่ยมันก็ไม่ใช่เรื่องผิดอะไรถ้าทั้งสองสามารถที่จะฝึกซ้อมแล้วเข้ากันได้ด้วยดีแล้วอีกอย่างหนึ่งเนี่ยโค้ชมิราเนี่ยก็มีฝีไม้ลายมือที่ไม่ธรรมดาอยู่เหมือนกันการที่จะหาโค้ชได้ลงตัวแบบนี้เนี่ยมันไม่ใช่เรื่องง่ายๆเลยนะ
I'm sorry, y'all, but Smiley makes me like him all the time.
I was like, God, it's unfortunate that he doesn't have an heir because he seems like he's the most level-headed.
Yes.
I know everyone says it's not Calvin, but I'm still holding on to that.
Like Calvin was
what did he say?
By...
I'm sorry, I had to go get some stuff.
He basically said this is a really good coach.
ฉันไม่อยากให้ท่านหญิงมีปัญหากับเจ้าชายชนา
That was the gist of it.
เธอเป็นคนของฉันไม่ว่าใครจะพูดยังไงก็ไม่ต้องฟังแค่ฉันก็พอแต่ว่าคำสั่งถ้าท่านพ่ออยากให้เราลงแข่งก็ต้องมีโค้ชอยู่ต่อเราจะซ้อมต่อละ
She's like, this is not up for debate, sis. You're my coach, the end. She has a pink bow. Cute.
Try to breathe. It wasn't that strong. I think it's too old
เราอยากพักแล้วอ่ะ
ขออภัยนะกระหม่อม
โอ้ยทำไมต้องบังคับกันขนาดนี้ด้วยเนี่ย
เหลือเวลาอีกไม่ถึง2 อาทิตย์แล้วนะพี่ค่ะ
Oh, thanks. I was just asking time frames.
ได้งั้นกระหม่อมไปตามคุณชรันมาดีไหมพี่ค่ะ
ก็งั้นเราก็คงจะพอรับได้อีกนิดนึง
ไม่ยินชื่อคุณชรันไม่ได้กระหม่อมไปตามคุณชรันให้ก็ได้ ถ้าหากว่าฟาบาทอ่านต่อยสัก2-3 หน้า
อย่ามาต่อรองกับเราชาครี
You gonna get my man, get my man. Want to read some forbidden book?
I think Shakri might be my favorite character. I love him.
Yeah, I really like him. It's not like in the. I think it's too old.
The way you're doing it is cracking me up, yo.
That's what they told me to do. It's supposed to be like, whoa! It's not doing it.
Everybody's in this episode.
ที่รามินตั้งใจฝึกซ้อมทักษะได้ดีกว่าเมื่อก่อนคงจะเป็นเพราะว่ามีเพทายให้กำลังใจอยู่ข้างๆแล้ว
Why is he being nice to him
รู้หน้า
right
ที่
now?
ตัวเองแบบนี้จะได้ไม่ต้องถูกทำโทษไง
So there you go. Jesus Christ.
Sir, get your hands off that young man.
That man is sick. That's really Nunu. Go, Nunu, go.
I mean, he's pretty awesome with that whole archery thing.
I said I feel like he's like Gun is one of those ones that just walks in and can do everything right. He's one of those.
I feel like War is that person too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, War.
War too.
พี่อยากให้นินโฟกัสให้ได้มากกว่านี้
I also think low-key Kong is one of those people. He
Really?
hides his
I
ability.
like it.
Yeah, he plays cute. When I watched him on there was a show, it was like you had to have VPN to watch it. Everything he did, Thomas was like, whoa.
แค่หมอนมาลองผมก็หลับได้เลยอ่ะ
Aw, cute.
การแข่งครั้งนี้ผู้ตระกูลมีทายาทเป็นเดิมพัน ถ้าอยากครองบัลลังก์ก็ต้องยอมแลกกับอะไรบางอย่าง
แล้วถ้านินอยากได้อย่างอื่นก่อนบัลลังก์
Struggling. Oh, hey, yo.
And thenก็ด้วย
He didn't say no. He just said wait.
Joining in on this. It looks like all the fathers are accepting that they're just going to have to deal with the other two for their child to win.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Grandpa's going to do something nasty.
Yeah.
He's lost too much control for somebody like that.
I feel like she's off her game because of Daddy.
Yeah. She's supposed to be the best one at this.
At archery? I thought she was the best one at the...
โอ๊ยท่านหญิง
Oh, fencing.
เจ็บ
You're
มาก
right.
ไหมเพคะ
I just, because she had the
I
archery.
can't think of the word.
Fencing.
แค่กำลังกายแค่ไหน
แต่ถ้าไม่รู้จักพักก็เป็นการทำร้ายตัวเอง
She did keep telling her to
ท่านหญิงเป็นแบบนี้
rest.
มาก่อน
That's probably why she's doing so poorly right now.
ท่านหญิงพักบ้างเถอะนะพี่คะ
Listen to your coach, girl. I want her coach to teach me how to do that eyeliner though.
ดื่มเยอะขนาดนี้เดี๋ยวก็ซ้อมไม่ไหวเอาแล้วพี่คะเธอบอกให้ฉันพักไม่ใช่เหรอ
She's like, this is how I
แต่
rest.
นี่มันก็มากไปหน่อยนะพี่คะ เธอไม่เข้าใจฉันหรอก
เรื่องเพศสภาพนี่ไม่น่าเกี่ยวข้องกับการแข่งขันหรือเปล่า
They're really like slamming down
เรา
all
คิด
the
ว่าที่ท่านพ่อ protect เรา
lessons
ท่าน
in
เข้า
here.
ใจ แต่ที่ไหนได้ ท่าน protect ศักดิ์ศรีตัวเองต่างหากทำไมเราต้องเกิดมาเป็นผู้หญิงด้วยอ่ะ
Oh, girl. Ladies are great.
ไม่มีใครเข้าใจคนอื่นได้100%หรอกนะพี่คะ มีแต่ตัวเราเองที่จะเข้าใจตัวเองได้ดีที่สุด
Hush it, Yoshi.
ท่านหญิงเลือกเกิดไม่ได้ แต่สามารถเป็นตัวเองในเวอร์ชันที่ดีที่สุดได้นะพี่คะ
Oh no, I need a back scratch. And an itch.
That's the worst.
Right where I can't get to it. I used to be more flexible. Oh, poor baby. Did you draw? What'd you draw? Hey, is he gonna paint him like one of his French girls this week? Wasn't that in the preview?
It was in the preview. I'm mad you keep saying that though. You said that last week.
วาดรูปสวยขึ้นแล้วเนี่ย
Reference.
I'm hungry now. That's some cognac if you wanted to know.
Oh my God. Cognac. Not even a mimosa.
No, we've been going through it over here. Like I said, we gotta get the cognac.
Oh, he's gonna put his jacket on now.
Doesn't give me any flashbacks from Perfect 10 liners when they were asleep on the desk.
Oh God, that's
Yosa gave Ben his jacket. Huh?
I like how whispery. I don't know who's winning. Whoever's new, right?
เป็นเรื่องนี้ที่อังกฤษนะครับบังเอิญเห็นอยู่บนชั้นก็เลยหยิบมาก็พอเข้าใจนะว่าเป็นเพราะ4 ตระกูลร่วมมือกันเลยได้เอกราชกลับมาแต่พอดิงได้มาอยู่ที่เนี่ยพอได้มาเจอราชวงศ์จริงๆดิงก็ยิ่งไม่ค่อยอยากเชื่อว่าเจ้าชายผู้ชงพิสุทธิ์เนี่ยนะจะยอมสละอำนาจแล้วก็จัดให้มีราชประเพณีขึ้นประชุมหลังไม่แปลกใจที่ดิงจะรู้สึกว่าจิ๊กซอว์ชิ้นนี้มันไม่เข้ากับรอยต่ออื่นเพราะประวัติศาสตร์มันก็แล้วแต่คนบันทึก
Amen to that.
That part too.
ถึงจะเขียนขึ้นจากหลักฐานแต่สุดท้ายมันก็เป็นสิ่งที่เขียนขึ้นอยู่ดี
Yep.
ประวัติศาสตร์กับสายลัดบอกว่าอย่างที่นินเข้าใจบางฉบับก็บอกไว้ว่าผู้ทรงพิสุทธิ์นั้นไม่ต้องการจะแบ่งอำนาจให้ใครทั้งนั้นก็ ก็มีอำนาจอยู่ในมือใครจะอยากแบ่งให้คนอื่น
แต่พอสุดท้ายเขาจะแพ้สงคราม ก็เลยพยายามเจรจากับตระกูลอื่นๆจนได้ข้อสรุปว่าต้องช่วยกันเอาชนะ และจากนั้นก็จะจัดพิธีแข่งขันราชประเพณีฟันดาบขึ้น
เหนื่อยอ่ะ
That was cute. He was like, "What you doing? My arms are open. Why aren't you in them?"
แต่กอดก็หายเหนื่อยแหละ
He just tweaked the nose of the man that stood up to the king. I just want to make that clear.
Every lion has its tamer.
This is true.
Oh.
Where y'all going? Didn't he say they had to wait? He didn't change his mind on that one.
Oh no.
เราเห็นปัญหาแล้ว ตอนนี้เราคิดว่าในภาวะฉุกเฉินแบบนี้
Yeah, he said all that, but
ไปก่อน เราจะหาทางช่วยให้ได้ ว่าจะลดค่าฝุ่นอย่างไรได้บ้าง
did he get masked? I mean, yeah. Then there's the people who don't want the
Can he? His grandfather kind of shut that down, didn't he?
แต่ผมจำเรื่องนั้นได้ไม่เคยลืม มึงโอเคไหมวะ
โอเค ความจริงก็คือความจริง
หวังว่าคุณจะแยกแยะเรื่องราวในอดีตได้นะ
What?
ว่ามันไม่ได้เกี่ยวอะไรกับเขาเลย
What you talking about?
ผมรู้ครับ ขอบคุณที่พูดความจริงกับผม เอาไว้เดี๋ยวเราคุยกันครับ
Did we miss a beat?
คิดมากนะเว้ยลัน แค่นี้ก่อนนะ
No, I think we're not supposed to fully understand
Yeah,
this conversation.
that one.
They're gonna let us in later.
Let us in now.
Is this the paint me like a French lady part?
I think we're there.
มินเหรอ
He's got a pink robe. Cute.
มีอะไรหรือเปล่า
Are those peonies behind him? Our
Sure.
lady just gave me some peonies, and they're so beautiful.
Oh, that horse looks like it's jumping at you.
Horse. It's gorgeous.
หยุดมากแล้ว
Yeah.
มาพี่ทำไม
ก็คิดถึงนะสิ
See that?
คือนินอยากให้พี่นันวาดรูปนินให้ครับ
พี่ว่านินรีบนอนดีกว่าไหม
He
No,
said,
but I-
"No, you gonna paint me."
แต่จะนอนที่นี่นะ นินเครียดอ่ะ อยากหาอะไรผ่อนคลายท
นิน
He's gonna do the bend and snap.
Panic.
And snap.
The panic. Like, I just picked up your paint contact. Wow.
ำมีใครเคยบอกไหมว่าตอนพี่รันทำตัวสบายๆ น่ารักกว่าตอนเครียดๆอีก นี่ไม่แกล้งแล้ว
I am crumbling.
I know.
He's pretty cute when he's serious, though. Maybe he's fine when he's serious.
Pose him like a French girl.
งั้นนั่งเป็นแบบพี่ว่าตรงนี้
ค่ำคืนที่หัวใจไม่ว่างเปล่าอีกต่อไป
แบบนี้ได้ไหม
He took that robe off, y'all. I knew he was going to do something messy.
Yeah, I was like, that robe ain't saying all the way on.
Like, Conan's not going to just sit there nicely.
จากนี้ฉันจะฟังแค่หัวใจโลกทั้งโลกเป็นเช่นไรฉันจะทิ้งไว้จะได้หรือเปล่าจากนี้ทุกวินาทีมีแค่เราจับมือฉันไว้แล้วเลือกทุกครั้ง
งั้นอยากให้พี่วาดสีหน้าในอารมณ์แบบไหนครับ
นี่อยากได้สีหน้าของคนที่กำลังมองคนรักอยู่ครับ
I just had a thought and I'm mad at my brain now.
Oh. No.
You got us all concerned. Is he going to take the robe off? Oh, never mind.
He didn't really want that picture.
I'm afraid he's going to draw this picture and it's going to be used against them.
And he didn't even finish it.
Whenever they ask this question at this point, it's weird to me. Like, do you like me after we did the do and you can do it all this stuff?
Oh, he wants to like level.
Oh.
He ยังไม่ได้ลงสีนี้
No, you just sat down.
It's been 10 minutes.
What's going on, little dude?
Yeah, what is he about to do with that thing?
I feel like he's up to something. Oh.
Y'all can make a painting together.
I mean, look at you.
No, he gonna have to paint him.
He gonna paint it on himself.
Yeah. Painting is what I'm saying.
He said, paint me.
Came in there. He said, I need something to help me sleep. I'm just saying.
He did. That is what he said, Kelly.
Lord have mercy, Khanin. Okay, sir.
Okay, I've been to parties where they paint on somebody. It ain't like that.
Fine. I'm just gonna sit over here and eat my pork chop.
Oh, that's the end.
You have a pork chop? I'm so hungry. That was funny. That was great. That episode was. Oh wait,
ตามมาถึงการแข่งราชประเพณีในรอบ
competition time
เพราะเชื่อว่าเมื่อจบ
Oh,
การ
we're
แข่ง
doing
ขัน
it.
ราชประเพณีฟันดาบคณินจะนำบัลลังก์มาให้ทารินได้
ไม่ต้องตื่นเต้นตอบไปตามที่เรียนมาก็พอครับ
ลูกต้องทำทุกวิถีทางเพื่อเอาชนะการแข่งขันในครั้งนี้
มันเสี่ยงนะพะยะค่ะฉันไม่สนเข้าใจไหม
เราขอประกาศให้เริ่มการแข่งขันราชประเพณีเอมารีณบัดนี้
ผู้ที่ได้คะแนนโหวตสูงสุดได้แก่
All right, we're in it.
Okay,
We're
so okay, before I forget, because you know I'm old. I forgot already.
Did you move it already?
Oh no, like I'm gonna go back to last week when Ramil's so angry that that the king possibly, although I still don't think it was the king that sent the people there. I think the king had the spy there, but I don't think the king was the one that's trying to kill him. But anyway, that's my own thing. But when Ramil was so pissed about that, maybe he doesn't know that his dad sent people to harm Khanin the episode prior. You know what I mean? Remember the coach that poisoned him and everything? Because it's not so crazy. Yeah, it's not so crazy if the king wanted to then harm Ramil because somebody tried to harm his grandson, you know? Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that after the episode was over. I was like, yo, the same thing just happened prior to that. Like somebody tried to kill the kid and his family, you know? So anyway, that was one thing. But and also Ramil took him out in the woods and left him in the mountains and left him. Like you think nobody's gonna retaliate against that? But anyway, then this episode, let me tell you, I was really holding back. I don't know how hard I wanted to cry when the singing was happening because everything that's happening here right now, every time, like TikTok is full of so many amazing musicians who are like putting out music that is like, I have like a playlist called like war music or whatever, you know, like music resistance kind of music. And like, so every time I hear songs that are in some way resisting what is happening, I get super duper emotional. And so when he started singing that song, I was like, oh, in my heart. I didn't want to be sobbing here. But anyway, those were the two things I wanted to share.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level.
I really thought. Oh, go ahead, Yoshi. Sorry.
No, I was done. Go ahead.
I thought that I liked that scene. I thought they did what they were trying to do. Like it's not gonna hit like another like a grittier show would. So it's like taking what's happening and putting it in this fairy tale kind of existence, but it still conveyed specifically what, you know, the different factions of unrest is the word I'm looking for. Like you got the people who are like, hey, the mines are killing us, do something about the mines. And then you have the people who are traditional, who want to, you know, they are aware somewhat, but they didn't seem that deep into the mine stuff, right? They were just like, we're just trying to live our freaking lives. Like, get out of the way. We just want to do our lantern stuff. And you guys are out here making noise and ruining things. Then you've got like the kingdom who is trying to protect the kingdom. Then you've got like next generation coming in that line of power. But like he said a lot of stuff and then nothing happened. You got that faction of it. And then you got the people who were in the messages saying, hey, my dad's got to work. What do you mean by clean up the mines? Are you going to shut them down? Because then how do we pay our bills? Mm-hmm. So like they did a good job, like putting all of the different, like it is complicated. It isn't just one way of one thing that's going on and people are affected in different ways by it.
Mm-hmm. Like the nuance of the conversation. It's not just evil do bad. Like it's like, well, we do want, like, we would like to clean this up, but it's the old guard doesn't want to acknowledge that it's a problem, but the kids don't understand that, you know, without the mines, half the country doesn't have a way to pay its bills. So like there is nuance there that I think is being lost by some people.
Yes,
but 100%. even though there's nuance, at the same time, what do you do? Like because those lantern folks sounded like the people who vote against their interests all the time to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like yes, I need this income, and yes, but also this income is harming me, and there might be a better way to do it, but I'm not voting for that better way because I just see this short-sighted view of it, which is not. I don't mean to knock those people. Well, in this country I do, but
yeah, in this country,
in that specific instance, I don't mean to knock those people because I get, we got to pay the bills.
Sometimes you are short-sighted.
Yeah. And but I think what they're basically trying to show is that not everybody is entirely right, but also not everybody is entirely wrong.
True. Yeah.
Whereas, like, if we're going to compare it to where we're at, there are people who are just entirely
right. Because their motivation isn't about.
Yes.
It's not about
it's about their motivation.
Right? Yeah. Right. It is just, any of the isms is really the motivation.
Exactly.
That their they fail with their, I need
it
this.
It doesn't matter if the whole, and they don't think about how everything else this person stands for is going to harm them as well. They want those people that they have isms against to be harmed. Or they don't even think it's harming us. They just think this is the right way. This is the way things are supposed to go. Who cares what happens to them?
Those things don't have a right to exist is basically where they're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say too, though, like typically with any of these shows that try to cover, am I cutting in and out still?
No, you sound great now.
Okay. That try to cover big topics like this, what I usually end up getting frustrated with. And I think I feel like this show has done a good job in presenting all of these like we're talking about so that it doesn't happen as much here. But people today overall look for a big bad. You big bad, this good. And they often over and over again miss the overarching issue. They look for the big bad and they want something to pile all of their angst onto. So they always pick a character lower on the totem pole. That's not, we're not supposed to use that. Just lower in the hierarchy. They pick someone lower, but just in reach to be angry at. And they put all of their anger there. And it makes me, I can't use all the references I want to because I don't know what you have and haven't seen. But it happens. It happens time and time again in these series. And the Eclipse, like I said, in the Eclipse, they spent so much time being angry at the one character that outed him. That all their anger, all their anger.
I did not understand that at all.
They are mad at him instead of looking at like the system. The system is the thing, and all these shows over and over again try to teach you that the system is. We are all good and bad existing within this system that's controlling us. And every single time, and it makes me lose a little hope every time when people just dig into they're bad. And I can see this bad thing they did. And so therefore, all my energy will be focused on that. And the system gets to continue. Like
I think this show works better.
Yeah, because there isn't a single bad.
Well, but the system does have a face.
Yeah.
In this show. The system is the face has a face, where in the Eclipse it's a little bit more
I think it's the administration, isn't it? Like that's clearly the system.
Yes.
Yeah, to me, I felt like it was pretty clear in the Eclipse who the bad guy was, and it wasn't the person who outed somebody. He was just responding to what was going on in the system. I feel like the administration was definitely the system.
I can't explicitly speak on the eclipse because it's been so long since I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think what people struggled with the eclipse in particular is a lot of people didn't recognize that they were trying to tell it was an allegory for what was going on politically. They really did look at it just like a school, and they were like, why is this school so strict? You know what I mean? People were not zooming out when they watched it, and so they weren't like making those comparisons when they watched it, which frustrated me because the writers and the director all said that literally that's what they specifically made the fighting group an out gay group because that was who was at the front lines of political unrest in Thailand. It was oftentimes anywhere you go, it is the queer people who put themselves on the front lines every single time. And so the point was to make that, like, there was so much meat there to that story that people didn't even take time to dig into because they were, and I'm not saying outing someone is okay. I'm saying that was not the main thing. That was not, that was their only takeaway. That was right. People still make videos and say he is the ultimate evil of all the shows. This dude who is just like, he was oppressed as well. And I'm going to lay off that because we're talking about the next prince, but it is. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say what they've done. You could say Ramil is the big bad in this, but even he doesn't have that much control. So I think what they've done is. Yeah, but I'm saying they've done it in a way that it's harder to land on one person and focus on them, put your energy on them, because so many things are being laid out so well that you see the fuller picture and you can't rest on this, ooh, evil, you bad, focus here. Is what I was trying to say.
I think you can, some people can choose the king as the big bad in this. And I don't think that's a hard I don't think that's
that's where I would
necessarily
think,
a wrong choice. Yeah, but also I loved the way I really loved the way that they talked about the history books and all that stuff, and who dictates history and like how it's told, how the story is told, and we see that happening in real time in this country. Already, our history wasn't well told, right? Already, a lot of things were being left out, and then we're finally starting to get those stories told, and this administration is just erasing all of it. All of it. We don't exist as a part of history in this country. And it's so scary. This is really, really, really well done. Bringing up all those issues. And we can see from this that that's true across the globe. Like, it's not just happening in one place.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. There's so much corruption. That's why I'm kind of surprised how much they're doing in this. To be honest, I don't think people understand the risks that shows take in Thailand when they address. I think they're smart about the way they're doing it, but this does feel like a jab at the. This feels like a jab at their like royal whatever, and you do not do that. Like that will get you put in jail. Like you cannot go against the royals in any way, shape, or form. And I think they're doing it in this fairy tale way, so it's not a direct, you can't say it's like a direct hit, but it's definitely very risky to when shows get this political. It is why Not Me struggled so hard. People think GMM just didn't support it, but it wasn't just that. Like, it could have hurt that company. It was very bold. They were a little more on the nose, though, so I think this one is being more creative about its critique. And so I think it can get away with more because of it. But that's why Not Me couldn't get money. But Not Me was at the height. It was at the height of political unrest, where things have kind of calmed down and are the knobs getting, like, as this show is airing,
you can tell
it's starting to
tell the story a little bit more without getting in trouble for having told the story, because people are key.
And also the difference is, like, Not Me takes place in Thailand unequivocally.
Yeah.
And whereas this has the plausible deniability of this in Thailand. This is Emily.
They just this language.
Totally different place.
Totally different place.
Yeah, the fantasy of it gets it out of it. That's how Eclipse survived. That's why Eclipse is like in the school, right? Like, what? We're in a school. What do you mean? We're not talking about you, even though we're mimicking everything that's happening in the country and just putting it in a school. But yeah, they're doing. It's very interesting. I didn't expect this much political stuff. I don't think.
I definitely didn't. I didn't know this was going to happen at all.
Yeah, no,
but I love it.
Yeah, I fully was expecting it to be like a silly little romp, like a little like
yeah.
Oh, they're doing a little competition, and Ramil was gonna be the bad guy because he's the other prince, and like it was just gonna be like a silly little thing. I did not know we were gonna go like into people marching in the streets, civil unrest, music number territory.
Newsies, stadium, or no, what is it? Les Mis moments.
Oh my God!
Those kind of scenes have, like, it is very easy to make them feel cheesy.
Yeah,
and it's not to me
it
at
did
all.
not.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
agree.
It worked so well.
Yeah, it's
and also,
very easy to make it go like cheesy, over the top, ridiculous, and it didn't feel that way at all.
You were talking about how, like, from the previews, it seemed like Ramil was the bad guy, right? Like when you're watching what's going to happen in the show, and anyone who's watching it and thinks Ramil is the bad guy is not watching it.
Yeah,
because he's definitely not the bad guy.
No,
he's definitely being slammed down at every turn, and just trying to live his life.
He is an antagonist. He is
he's an antagonist.
He is that to our main character, but he is not the bad guy. He is just as much under the thumb as Khanin. Actually, probably more so.
More. Yes.
Because Khanin does not have the ties to the country that he does. Khanin can just be like, you know what? I'm done with y'all. Peace out. Like, I'm going back to London.
Yeah, he didn't ask for any of this.
Yeah, he's like, he could fully, and within his rights, just be like, actually, I don't care about any of this. This is not my fight. I'm gonna go back to living my life in London. He's not going to, obviously, because he has there is a big part of him that's like, I see things that are wrong, and I could possibly have the ability to change them. So he wants to do that, but like that would be fully within understandability for him to do. To just be like, no, this is not my fight, not my circus, not my monkey, as my mom would say.
His grandfather sent the wrong person to be his caregiver, because he obviously raised him in a way
that's true
that Conan is not going to sit there and just watch anything happen. He's not gonna bow to anybody, and he's also not going to let injustice happen to people.
There's a lot in this episode, because now I think about him though, but he still has that, his character, it's still, there's a loyalty there. So he's even a complex character, right? Because he loves him. He came back to watch over him. But also,
you're talking about the father, the stepfather.
Yeah, he's like, but he's also like, well, it's a king. He's probably got a good. It's that. I don't want to make this comparison, so it's not a direct comparison, to be clear. But it made me think of like the people who were like fighting against the bill, and then they're like, well, he said he was going to fix it. And I think some of those dudes believe that.
I think you're right.
I was upset. They were too upset, and I know it's easy to just say they're all corrupt. There is a piece of that, but I think they, honest to God, believe him, because they sat down with him and they're like, oh, he didn't even know this was in the bill. He's not against these people, and he's just going to do something later after it's signed to fix it. We just got to go along so that he can get this other stuff that he wants, because he doesn't want this. And so if we just trust him, we'll be fine. And I think that when I watched that dude say that, I was like, oh God, he believes this.
So in this character, I believe you. I feel like that's true. In the comparison that you made, I think there's too many things
some
that
of
have
them drink that
happened.
Kool-Aid on we. I'm sorry, some of them did. Some of them really are just too in it to see out of it. But I don't want to lean too much in that.
I get you.
But I do think there are people who are just in it and cannot reasonably see around it. They're too deep. But there were two things that I had to write down, so I didn't forget them.
I was gonna write things down too, so I wouldn't.
I really enjoyed the conversation between Conan and the father, his bio dad. Like and him getting to see that his dad, like you've been saying, like his dad wants to do change, would like he's on board with Conan, but he's just like, I can't, he won't do anything. He won't listen to me. But maybe if you win, we'll at least be in that position. Like together we could maybe make a change. We can't really do
and you know what? Too, he's the voice of reason, right? We were talking about last week how you need that in between where like you can't just sit there and do nothing, but also you can't just think you can do everything at once. Dad was the voice of reason for Conan. Like, yes, I see that you want to make change. This is the way that's going to happen. You got to win this competition first.
Because Khanin very much has the energy of the like person who just like how do I put this? He's the new activist. Like he sees there's issues, so he's like, I have to fix them all right now. Like that's the energy he has, and he doesn't have the framework or ideals of how to do that, or the work that requires,
or what past work has been done that could help inform of the best ways. Just because it was done in the past doesn't make it irrelevant now. And some of it's not going to fit in your idealistic view, but that doesn't mean it's not valuable. Sometimes idealistic and strategic are different.
I feel like some of the, I know I keep going back to our politics, but some of the young women in Congress right now that are the ones that are like making the big moves, like AOC, Jasmine Crockett, those ladies, at first I'm going to say AOC came in like a wrecking ball. But I think she's starting to learn that there's certain ways, she's learning that there's certain ways to make these things happen or make yourself heard in a way that's more palatable for others to be like, oh yeah, you're saying the right things instead of just like bumping up against her all the time. You know what I mean? And I think that's where Dad's trying to take Conan. Although I think Conan's kind of got some of that. Like he's got the in between, like we need to respect this, but also this needs to happen.
I think Jay is more of AOC.
Yeah.
Jay
or where she used to be. I think AOC's getting to the place where she
what
knows
you said.
how to,
Yeah. But that leads me to my other point, because I was thinking of there's people now that were in AOC's corner that have turned against her because she's working within the system and not against it. And it made me think, I wrote down the barrier to change is lack of empathy. If you look at both ends of the spectrum, if you lack empathy, there's no moving forward. And so like you can think you're self-righteous and we're doing the good thing, but there are people saying, if my dad, we don't have anything if we lose the mines. Like where's the food? Where's the mutual aid? Like, what are you going to do? You want me to be on board for tearing the system down, which is basically what they're saying. Like, shut it down, fix these mines, fix them now, or we're coming for you. And they're like, cool, but I got to eat.
Yeah.
Dad's mind, all we have is dad in the mines. Yes, it's killing him, but it's still all we have. Like, what's the answer to that? And if you don't have any empathy for those people and their plight, you'll never get anywhere, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
People got to eat. They need to fulfill their basic needs first before they can. the assumption that people will be ready to like topple any system and just forego any of their basic needs when they have families and generations to take care of is just, it's unrealistic.
It makes me also think of those people who are way to the left, who are like one issue. They're focused on one issue.
Yep.
And they don't care about real harm to real people that is happening now because they were so far over here. And it's like, oh, but the one issue you cared about is not getting solved either.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Gotta think about the
there's a whole totality of things, so much going on that we have to care about and not just focus in on one thing or think our way is the only way to solve that one thing. We have to listen to several voices to make a change. Woo, Lord. I'm so glad you guys are watching this with me because I think if I was watching it by myself, there'd be a lot of sobbing going on.
Oh no.
My heart is just like, I can't take no more.
That's so interesting. I forget because I am emotional, but I forget you're more I have emotional moments, but I tend to be more stoic in the way that I get very like, okay, boom, lock in. That's how I focus and move through things to be able to be sturdy enough. I feel like I have to be sturdy all the time. So I will allow myself feelings, but I will contain those to certain periods of time, and then I'm like, lock in, be stoic. But I remember you'll get anxious, like even if I'm arguing a lot, you get anxious. Like, you don't like a lot of, but I get it. I like understand it now, but I like forget. I was like, oh, so emotional, right? Oh, right. We're very different.
They will look at me when we're watching a TV show, and I'll be over there with tears. You know, laying near, I'll be like,
brother,
are you crying again?
Wes will cry over anything. He cries instantly. He's very much the same. Nikki and I are very. And then we have to remember. Then we have to go, oh, right. Sure. Got it. Not everybody's going to do this. Which one are you, Yoshi? I feel like you cry. But
I do.
Tough too. But you are a tough person. I don't know if you realize that about yourself.
I don't know that necessarily.
Oh, you are. See,
I feel like I have a dam.
Okay, that's fair.
And like, I can take a lot, and then it like, I'm gonna use this instance to shout out my own thing that I'm doing. But when I watched the second episode of Last Twilight, I could feel myself getting very emotional within the first 10 minutes. Like, I was immediately like, if you watch it, you can watch me go through that. Like, I could feel myself getting very, very emotional. And the longer it went, the more and more I got, until the like one moment hit and it broke that dam, and then I was a mess. Like a mess. And I feel like that's like a pretty good representation of how I am, is like, I'm really good at just like being able to handle it until there's like, there will be one thing, and it doesn't even have to be a big thing. Like, just like one thing, it'll be like, that was it. That was the last straw. That was the one. That was the final one.
And to be fair, it doesn't manifest in crying for me. I think that's what to be fair, this entire week, my anxiety level, so it's anxiety for me. And I had anxiety the most of the week. I didn't sleep. Like the last 2 nights are the best, which is weird, but they're the best. Those are the best, because I think it was the anticipation. And now my brain is like, okay, now I know. Stoic, set up for the next thing, prepare. But it was like the not knowing, the anxiety around the not knowing that is more affects me more, I think. So I had a very real rough week, but it wasn't emotion. It doesn't show up in tears for me. It just shows up in like sleep, anxiety, can't get things done, can't focus on anything. Just my whole body gave out on me. Like I was real nervous for New York. I'm not gonna lie, because I had pains that came out of nowhere. I was coughing more than I have in a really long time. Like things that I had taken care of health wise were all showing up again. But I think that's how my body just goes shablam.
I actually
here it is for me. The tears come and then the not rage, but after the tears come, then I gotta do something about it.
That's another thing. That's another thing with me. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you see me crying,
get out of the way.
You should be afraid.
Yes.
Like that means I have snapped. Like I am mad. Like mad. I did just have a conversation about what you were saying with my therapist, where I was she was like, how are you doing? How are you getting through this? Because a lot of times my therapy is just like, I am just raging about what's going on in the world because I am a disabled person. That is the life I live. And she was like, how are you doing? Like, how are you doing that? And I'm like, I am kind of in a place where I'm like, I have just resigned myself that these next couple of years are going to be bad. And I'm going to do the best that I can to keep going. And I'm going to trust that the people that I have built my system around will help me continue forward when I do not have the ability to do so myself. Like, that is where I am fully at, because I'm like, there's nothing I personally can do. I am how much do I want to say?
I will say this before you keep going. Like, even this conversation is you doing something. I think we don't give enough credit to just being a voice. Like, there may be somebody watching who does not fully understand or can't put a physical face to the effects of what's happening right now on an actual person, and then that person be able to articulate in the way that you do. You have a really good way of explaining yourself, your situation, in a way that people can connect with. And I think so that is you doing something. That is the something.
And I'm also, there's a TikToker, their name is Crutches and Spices. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah. Mixed feelings about her, but yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's controversial.
What pronouns do they use?
You might be right.
I think they are they them. I have not interacted with them in a really long time, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. But I heard them make a video I heard them talk one time about, like, how do I want to say? Like, if you tear down the system, a lot of times there are people, disabled people who get left behind in that tearing down, who have like needs that they require from that. And I'm like, I am one of those people. And I'm like, I am going to do what I can to continue moving forward and trust in the fact that I have built a support system and a support network that will help me when I cannot help myself. However much I hate that. Because I am also a person who's like, I don't like to have to ask for help.
Yeah, I am that person too.
I get frustrated when I need help because like there is always that little anxiety in the back of your mind where you're like, when does this person get tired of having to help me? You know what I mean? Like, there is always that anxiety, that little, we call it my anxiety goblin in the back of my brain. That's what Angela and I call it. But I'm kind of just like, there are going to be times where I'm going to need that assistance. and I'm going to have to lean on the support system that I have built for it.
I think it's so funny to me. Like I will butt against the wall till I hit something that helps me understand it. And that the pretty decent thing about me is that I'm like, okay, it's another lock-in moment where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave that behind, because I could say she's the reason I can take help now. You forced me. No, you didn't force me into it, but it was before I moved, and I had done everything on my own. And my sister and I, not her, the other one, owned a home together and all this other stuff. And it was really like my lowest point in life was that moment. And the bank had messed up with our mortgage, and so the bank had messed up, not me, which pissed me off. But it was late on mortgage. All my bills were due. Everything hit at the same time, and I had not told anyone anything because Nikki had moved out, and it was just me taking care of this house. And I don't even know how it came up that I ended up telling you what was going on. And she didn't have money to be helping me. She did not have, that was not a thing that was supposed to be happening. And she was like, nope, I'm going to pay for this. And I was like, you don't have no money to do that. And she did not let me say no. It was the first time I had to let her be my big sister and not fight that, because I'm so fiercely independent as a person. But then the world didn't end. And
yeah,
it's so weird. Where do we get that from? Because I feel like we're all all of us are. Is it Mama that did that to us?
Oh, you said Mama. I thought you said trauma, and I was like, you're not wrong. But
not trauma. Not trauma. We didn't really have any trauma. Not real trauma.
No.
We have pretty. I mean, we've all had some things go on in life, but we're lucky to have had pretty good, decent childhood. But
yeah,
we are all like that. We don't want to ask for help, because I went through the same thing.
His mom and dad
after we bought this house.
I don't think they presented it in a negative way. They take care of everyone. They don't allow people
to
take them.
Yeah, they take care of
everyone else,
are even when they can't afford to.
Yeah, they're deaconess in the truest sense of that word.
Yeah,
their mission they have taken on in life is to be the caretakers of every. When I say everyone, they will walk into somebody in a grocery store who will be going through something, and they will take care of that person. They take it very seriously. That people end up in our house. Like that one person had the medical emergency in our house.
Oh my God.
The neighbor who dad didn't even know, he was the first one to call him son. And I was there the day he came over to tell my father, because they were moving, and he was weeping in our living room because he's like, you don't understand. No one called me son before you. So you are like my father. And I was like, I was downstairs like, I don't think I should be here for this. What's going on? The neighbor's crying. But they will literally take care of the world, to the point where they are sick and tired and broke, and they don't care. But they have a really hard time. You see them when they're in the hospital and stuff. They don't want anyone to come. They don't want anyone to be put out. We learned it from them.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
Very true. I tried very hard. That is why I put up some boundaries when I'm dealing with things, because I could feel myself. Not to say that's a negative thing. It's a beautiful thing, but it also tears them down. They will allow it to tear them down, and just be like, oh, that's my service. You know what I mean? Nah, you gotta take care of you.
Right.
Yeah.
That was cathartic. That was very cathartic. Because I mean, you were talking about how you haven't been able to sleep. It's not sleep for me. So I mean, I have been up a lot, but it's a lot of tears. A lot of tears.
Yeah, I haven't cried a lot.
I got a new anxiety medication that is a take as needed, and I have been taking as needed.
Fair enough.
I don't like taking it though, because it makes me dizzy. Like one of the side effects is dizziness, and I didn't realize that the first time I took it. So I took it, and then I got up and was walking to the bathroom, and like I am right here. My bathroom is right there. Like it is directly through this wall. So for me to get to the bathroom, it is like 5 steps, 2 steps, 5 steps. Like it is right there. And in that short amount of time, I got about halfway through my doorway and was like, whoa. Like literally almost fell over, whoa, because it was just like a world of vertigo just hit me. And I was like, oh, that's new.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad when people could get the medication right. But I remember when I was depressed, that medication gave me anxiety, and I was like, we're gonna have to figure out another way to solve this issue, because I'm in class like this and have to leave class because I couldn't handle class, and it's supposed to be helping me get through class, get out of this funk. But it was not. I might not have been depressed, but I sure couldn't handle class.
I just got a different flavor of wrong. It's it's not the same bad. It's the different flavor of bad. Before I had vanilla bad, and now I have chocolate bad.
I was like, I'd rather be glum than going through whatever this is.
Yeah, anxiety. She is a bitch.
Yeah, I had to stop. I was getting in, I don't like getting in internet arguments, but everything anyone said on TikTok pissed me off. I stay out of other people's videos comments because I just don't need to do all that. But I was like, I would just get enraged over something someone said. I spent 2 days arguing about the 34 girls.
Oh my God, it's to another level, Kel. It's to another level.
It kept going.
I think LL Cool J or somebody is like not doing something. No, not LL.
No, he's doing
another. No, that's a different. Is another famous person has backed out of doing something in DC or Maryland area because they want this problem to be solved. It's not actually reality.
It makes me so mad. Disinformation is as I just am so terrible. That is my biggest fear going into this next round of whatever we're about to live through, is the misinformation is avoidable. It makes me so mad. So I was in a comment section of a stranger for 2 days responding to every comment. Like I made a comment and they started coming at me, and I spent 2 days battling people because I was like, you need to get it together. This is misinformation. And what bothered me the most is I would prove them wrong and they'd be like, well, it is a problem generally. And I was like, yeah, generally.
Yeah. But this particular thing is not true.
And let's speak about the general issue. But 34 girls were not missing in 24 hours in DC. That did not happen. And the evidence was a news program from 2014. And do you know, for a week that girl let that go on? Like I stopped, responding. The girl's page, I don't know. Do you know at the end of the week, she didn't say a word. She didn't handle those comments. She didn't engage with me at all. Because I straight up was like, people are making money off this. Because they were. It was the end of the month. In the creator program on TikTok, people cause drama or do these things at the end of the month so that they can make money. If they're low for their check will come out on the 15th. This is what I've learned. So they were trying to make, a lot of those people spreading that misinformation knew it. They were trying to make money for the end of the month. After the 30th, she came and tagged me in the original video that I told everybody, the 2014 news program. She tagged me in that. She just tagged me in that TikTok. And I was like, girl, I know. I've been talking about this in your comment section. It's from 2014. You're spreading misinformation. You're not going. I said, I don't know why we're even discussing that. I said, you're not going to take your video down. That's clear. You're more interested, because she had by that point, 200,000 views or 200,000 likes on that video. So she made a ton of money.
Whoever the famous person is that is believing this is now, it's like all these news outlets are talking about it because of this famous person that's saying this is wrong and this is why I won't come here. it's wrong that this is happening. And I'm like,
by the way, everybody, all you have to do, this is, I won't tell. Google. Check your sources. This is, we'll leave today with, this is the thing I'm like, check your sources. If it's BL, if it's the news, I don't care what it is, check your sources. If somebody says something that seems a little bit out of pocket, say, where'd you get this from? Don't even have to be confrontational. Most of the bad BL information, the minute you ask them a question in their comment section, most of them don't lie. They're like, well, I heard it. They state it as a fact in their video. But when you press them for more information in their comment section, every time they'll be like, oh, it's just a rumor. Oh, no, well, somebody said it. Or some will be like, well, it's obvious, right? It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Anyway, that's where I spun up and spent like I just pushed my anxiety into fighting misinformation. So I was fighting BL people. I was fighting that. I just was fighting on the internet. Which is what
I know I made that one comment on Shannon's post, and then I remember why I don't comment.
Yeah, usually.
And I finally hit delete after too many statements about how old I was. Oh, lady. Why do you think you should be in this conversation, old lady?
What did you say?
I don't know. It's something about June Dunk, I think.
Was it June? I thought it was Mark Boom.
No.
Was it June Dunk?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was talking about the nose thing.
Oh.
It was silly, but I think she had gone extra wherever she was talking, and I didn't know that. And I was just like, shit, it's so funny. And then that person was like, oh, lady, aren't you ashamed?
When she told Nikki and I, we were like, yo, don't engage on Shannon's page. Let her live that life. You gotta get up.
I said I am a positive person. I don't deal with this negativity. So I'm just gonna offer you some love and hugs. And they're like, whatever, old lady.
I was
like, delete.
I'm not
gonna be in this space.
I love me some Shannon. I love her very much. But she does her thing on the internet, and I stay over here because she's out in these streets. She will be fighting for people.
That's her prerogative. I don't. We have talked about this many a time. I'm like, girl, I don't live your life. You do you. If that is the way you
tried to help me, she blocked them, and they came back under another name and said, "Oh, lady, again, grandma." All right, I be that.
They always come with old. I don't know what. Okay, it's such a weird way to like push back. Well, you're old. Oh, okay.
Old people can't have opinions.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm old. Thank you.
I think it's odd that they think that there's an age limit on BL. It's weird. There are grown folk in BL. What are you talking about? Actually, some of this stuff maybe you shouldn't be watching, child.
and
most of the creators.
Queer.
Huh?
I engage in queer media as much as possible, and grown folks are queer.
It's such a weird thing. It's so weird. Like they act like that you shouldn't spend your time there. What are you talking about? The same way people this is gonna make me sound old. But when that Brad Pitt, Angelina stuff went on, everybody was up in that. Like, even if it's the gossipy side of things, grown folk gossip, what you talking about? Age does not stop you engaging in the conversation of what's going on with celebrities.
But they are from our time period. Brad Pitt and Angelina got together when we were younger.
No, I'm saying that is a reference that somebody younger would not get.
Oh,
yes, I said it was. It's showing.
I'm like, we can't engage in it because
no. I'm saying that is an older reference. Like, something newer would be all the stuff going on with Kim Kardashian or Justin Bieber, right? Which I have no interest in, but people of all ages engage in that. Like, that is what happens in celebrity media. It's not like there's an age limit on engaging in that stuff. There's not.
Right.
And I feel like most of the creators that I watch and see and interact with, at least on TikTok, like most of us are over like 30 at least.
So I will say there is a new generation that has come. There is a lot of people. I don't know why they get pushed to my page, but there's a whole world, Yoshi, of people who have quite large. So a lot of them are like I said, moved from the K-pop space into BL. That are younger. There's a whole world of people. We're just not engaging with them. Yeah. But then I'm like, oh, you're here? Who are you? Like, and I look at them like, wow, they've got like thousands of views. They have a whole there's a whole ecosystem that we're just not even aware of that's going on simultaneously.
So what you're saying is I'm on old people BL TikTok.
Old people BL.
It's sad when you can't communicate with one another just because of your age. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna go hang out with a younger person, like go clubbing with them or anything. This me ain't doing it. But I feel like you should be able to have a civil conversation and learn things from one another across generations.
We grew up we were socialized in that way, and I think that's the difference.
Yeah,
because there is a change in how we were still of a time. Sounds old again. We were still of a time where there was like this generational like we spent time with our grandma. You know what I mean? And not just
also like people you work with. People. Remember, we used to glean information from Miss Judy. Yeah, people you worked with that you hung out with and you got stuff from them and you like learned about how they grew up and it helped shape your life. And I think it's weird to say
there's a line now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was a line then and we just were outside of that, you know. But I do think it's how you've been socialized growing up.
Yeah, I mean, our nerd herd is we have my roommate's 5 years older than me, and then my husband is I think 4 years younger than me, and then we call them the yaps, the young adult people who are I think they're 22. So like we got all ages in our little nerd circle, and I think it's got to do. Yeah, I think it's got to do with the particular hobby that brought us all together because we all got together through D&D, and so it's like that is what introduced us, and then we just kind of stayed friends.
Guess what I was never gonna do when I was young? Call somebody old.
But we're also got that southern respectability thing too. Like we would not dare. We would not dare. But also I was thinking my friend group in dance, we went from like, no, you could not tell that this woman was 65. Like she had to tell you. You would never have known because Black don't crack. We went it was like 65 to early 20s, like 20, 21, like that age group. And also I would always, because I'm my mama, it mentor the kids, so the kids would get pulled in too if I saw a kid that needed I remember Callie and I were done one day's event and we were hanging out with these people. We had traveled, and then the mom came over and the girl was like 16, 17, and she basically was like, so you're the aunties, we don't trust anyone else here, you're gonna look out for her because we got to go do such and such, and we don't trust anyone else here, so can you just be her aunties? And we were like, sure, because that's what like you're bringing that. I don't even like the way auntie is used sometimes in BL.
Who else was part of your group? Who else were the other people in your group of color, or was it a mixed group?
My greater group was mixed, but then I had my side, me, Callie, Tanya group. We were.
When you were saying the aunties, it was just bringing me back to a particular scene in let's go back to the Next Prince. The Next Prince, where we were talking about. I think that we were saying something about the women, how all the women were killed because they were probably fierce and they didn't just go with what the king said. And you were talking about the whole aunties thing, and it just made me think about how many people will leave their kids with the Black lady because that's who you trust, right? She's going to take care of that kid, right? Or women in general are going to be more the ones you're going to be like, oh, I don't think anything's going to happen to my kid if I leave them in this space or whatever, right? And I think that king knew that those moms are not going to let things happen to their kids.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to get the moms out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like when that little happened in my head. Oh, that's why they're not there.
Because you look at Ava, and she is feistier than all those boys combined.
Right.
Like Conan is feisty, but Conan's coming into his own. Ava was just like, and what? You want to take my coach away? No, you're not. Let's go.
Even in we were talking about in protest. Who's the people that are the forefront of most protests? That would be women. Often women of color.
Women of color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And queer people.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who are the most beat up on.
Usually it's
trans women.
Queer women of color. Like
there you go. And it's the people that are the most abused by the system.
Yeah.
Who are gonna fight it the hardest.
Because we're just
everybody leans on them to all the changes happen, and everyone leans on them, but doesn't give them the recognition that they're the ones who caused this change.
Yeah.
All right, I have to go to the bathroom, so we probably gotta wrap this
up.
We
did it. I did not. We do this every time. It's so late. I'm like, I got stuff I gotta do today. Okay.
What time is it?
2:20.
2:30.
We got to go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got stuff I gotta do.
Love you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta go make hamburger pins for the fan meet.
Oh, that's
right. Hopefully, our section A will be wearing some hamburger pins.
Section A. Section A.
You better send me one. I'm sad.
I will
send you one.
All right, y'all. Bye.
All right.
Love you guys. Bye.